So, guys, in our everyday life, we don't bother how much torture we done willingly or unwillingly on animals. Whether it is about their meat or milk, we just take them for whatever we want. But what if we change this scenario? Today's film is based on this plot. A newly wedded couple appears at the start of the movie. This couple gets wedded just now, 2 or 3 months ago, and this couple is going on their first fun trip. Nora says to Alec after being much exhausted, "We may pass the night staying a motel so that they may continue their fun trip." Alec is agreed, noticing his wife tired because he is also exhausted because of the long drive. Alec stops his car at an old motel situated in a countryside. This couple senses awkwardly here when they notice that there is not a single person out of motel. There are only 50 to 60 cars have been parked there. It was a mysterious fact because such a strange sight is not observed out of a countryside hotel. Anyhow, Nora and Alec go inside the hotel, ignoring this, and they decide to reserve a room in the countryside hotel at the reception counter. They notice, reaching at the reception counter, the hotel manager is seen clearing the spots of the blood from the floor. Observing this scary sight, Nora and Alec think to leave the hotel. The hotel manager comes to him to change their decision, and he convinces them that they may stay night there. Now, Nora and Alec get ready to stay there reluctantly on the insistence of manager. A few hours later, this couple is ready to take rest in their room. But suddenly, in their room, a scary masked man appeared from somewhere holding a hammer. He strikes that hammer on both of their heads. Consequently, they both lose their consciousness. Now the story begins in the coming day, where Alec and Nora are the center of this scene. There are same people wearing the scary animal masks. They take them away to a farm house, caging them, where Nora and Alec notice that many other people are also caged there like them. They were the same people who came to this roadside hotel to stay. Why were they brought and caged here? It will be revealed to you after some time. Poor Nora was still trying to understand the situation as 3 to 4 people come in this farm wearing the masks. They move to an imprisoned teenager girl near Nora's cage and they tie her hands and feet. Then they dissect her hands and feet pathetically, and separating her limbs, they put it into an iron bucket and they kill that girl after eating her remaining parts of the body. It is not enough. Then they move to another cage after doing so. Snatching a baby from a woman, they threw it into barbecue grill machine. What was its purpose? It was this so they may feed this roasted meat to others in the farm. At the same time, the hotel manager comes on the scene. He is the chief of all masked people who has been running the animal barbaras community along with them for many years, where he brings the hotel visitor into the farm after knocking them, so he may eat them along with his barbarian group, killing them. It is actually a team of the cannibals. Somehow, Alex succeeds to escape from there, taking Nora, but his foot is caught in a bear trap while running, so he is severely injured. Now Nora is attempting to rescue Alec from this bear trap. Immediately, Nora notices some masked people coming toward her from backside. Noticing them, Nora hides herself in the nearby bushes, leaving Alec. Those masked people observe Alec in such state. They hit it on the head of Alec. Nora witnesses her dying husband. Afterwards, she tries to run to the road situated at the backside. She notices a blue bus in front of her while running. Nora runs to that bus without considering anything. She gets in it, but she did not know that she was reached those people from whom she was escaping. There were only masked people in the bus, and the movie just completes on this scene. In the next movie, named Downrage, a car is seen at the beginning, where a few teenagers are traveling. They want to travel together. The car is now driving in a desolate area. Suddenly, the back car tire is blown out. Now all the teenagers get off with the optimism that any passing vehicle may help them. Alas, neither a vehicle pass nor any human being. There is nothing even at the distance where they can take support. One of the boys named Jeff among those teenagers think to tackle this state, he himself may change the tire. Zeff finds a bullet there while checking the tire nearer. Now it is clear through this that someone had intentionally punctured the tire of the car. But who is he? Why did he do so? It will be revealed watching this movie. Zeff is thinking to share it with his friend about it. Suddenly, everyone hears the shouting of Zeff. One of the friends named Sarah moved to Zeff. She witnesses going to Zeff that there is blood in surroundings and Zeff is lying down. Sarah notices that Zeff has been shot on his head, so blood is coming out. She returned to her friends in worried condition. But before revealing anything to her friends, the gun is fired again and now Sarah is shot down. Sarah falls on the ground. Witnessing their friends dying, her friends began to run to and fro as being afraid, as who is one shooting them down. Meanwhile, Todd's arm is targeted, but he hid himself behind the car in some way, rescuing himself. Now, these four friends are entrapped in this deserted area, and that gunman has been continuing the fire for 1 hour. When there is silence after this constant 1 hour firing, the Karen takes out her cell phone so she may call 911 and someone may rescue them. But the firing is again started before she calls 911 or someone comes for their help. Now their cell phone is targeted and their final hope is lost with the breakage of the cell phone, as someone may approach to rescue them. They neither call anyone, and it is obvious the gunman will kill them if they get off the car. Jody observes that Sarah's cell phone is lying near a side. She turns on its camera while lifting it. So it is maybe noticed that who is he, where is he, who is targeting them. Jody makes the video of the surroundings. After this, she watches. It is revealed through the video that a man is firing his gun on them at the distance of 2 km, and he is not an ordinary shooter but a threatening sharpshooter. Eric gets very worried seeing that sharpshooter in the video, and he immediately begins to flee. That gunman again starts firing as he runs, and he targets his both feet. Eric instantly falls down. His all friends processed for his help. They notice a wound at a little distance, which start to eat the body of Eric, heading towards him. Todd is upset, witnessing such pathetic sight, and he begins to run to that gunman. Todd had perhaps thought as he will communicate with him, it may be possible that he remains safe, but the firing again starts before he reaches near him, and Todd is ended as being targeted. Meantime, they notice a coming vehicle far away. There is a couple along with their little daughter in it. They are also crossing this deserted road. Suddenly, the same gunman starts to fire on their vehicle. Due to this, their vehicle loses its balance and it crashes with the car of these teenagers. The wife in the car dies at the spot after crashing. The gunman begins firing again as the husband gets off the vehicle. Now the fuel is leaking from every side of the vehicle and it catches fire because of the firing. Due to this fire, husband's body has also begun to burn. He is also died in the same way. Now that little girl is survived after them. She is panicked, witnessing her parents' agonized death. Being panicked, she begins to run. At the same time, that gunman starts to fire, and he also puts that little girl into death. Now the surroundings are enveloped in the fire and smoke. Observing it, Karen hits upon an idea and thinks that she will have to spread some much smoke screen between gunman and herself. He may escape easily now. In this way, time begins to pass and the night falls. Karen and Jody take out all covering of their car and they begin to fill them with the fuel as they will have to set it fire. They wait for the smoke screen after setting it fire. Karen says to Jody as the smoke arises that, "Let's run!" Karen escapes, but Jody remains behind as being panicked. Karen starts to flee, leaving Jody behind. In spite of this smoke screen, that gunman kills Karen. Jody notices a vehicle before her. This vehicle belongs to a policeman. Seeing it, Jody begins to run towards that vehicle so she may stop it. But the firing is again started on it in front of her eyes. and the policeman is died, seated in the vehicle before her. Observing all happenings, Jodie is conflicted. Getting in police vehicle, she starts driving it toward that gunman. He crashes the car with that tree, driving speedily from where the gunman is targeting them. That gunman falls on the vehicle as the car is crashed with the tree. Taking this chance, Jodie picks up that gun and she starts firing on that gunman. And the astonishing fact is this: the gun through which Jodie is firing on this gunman, that gun is full of bullets. In this way, gun is fired and it fires on her. So she also meets her end. This movie completes pathetically on this scene. The end of this movie, neither the protagonist survived nor the antagonist. And this is end of this movie. Now I will see you soon in the next video with the explanation of some new movies. Till then, bye bye.